What's up, Ray?
Tim, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We got to jump. I figured we'd be early after all the rest we had. 40
No,
seconds, fast gas. I hope you got it going on.
oh yeah.
Nicaragua, the Crown, Glacis, Belarus, and
Belarus.
Algeria.
Yes.
So some nice royalty in there. A couple princesses, a big royal from Nicaragua, and of course a couple apex bees.
Yeah. And an
20,
apple crown. That's nice.
Big apple. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Take a bite out of the big apple.
You got 15 seconds. I don't even know if fast gas will help you now.
No, not now. I don't like to distract people with our, banter beforehand.
Yeah, I
People
know.
are
It is.
busy, with all their
You
the
yeah, you
auction
dialed in here.
business.
That's right. 2-1. There we go.
There it is.
Bam.
Nicaragua, 14,999,
Ooh.
almost hit the 15,000. 1245 for the Crown, 979 for Glacis, 4433 for Belarus. I thought Gary V was going to come in and blow that up. Algeria at 4476. Nice.
Wow. Look at that. Nice glassy under 1,000. But
Yeah.
I've been
That's
seeing the
cute.
prices along with everything, going up again, these past couple
Well,
of
you,
weeks.
you you missed the. I did record for the weekend. Over the weekend, there was a couple of steals under 1,000 this weekend.
Oh,
I think
what?
when we fly under the radar like we did there, I think
Yeah,
some people let things slip by.
they do. And a
So
Monday coming back from the weekend, yeah, everybody's kind of recovering from playoff games. There you go.
oh, don't talk about the playoff games.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through some of this. Hello, Caribbean Royal. Yes, it's a good one. Steve, happy Monday to you. I hope everybody's doing good out there. Will, oh, how's it going? There's Cheesehead Will. He's Hey, Jadith. Good evening. Good evening. Ariel. Good to see you. There you go, Deb. See, it's nice. There you go.
Hello.
present, present from Colombia. That's right, Jadith. Awesome. Happy Monday to the D Ray. Happy Monday to you, man. And yes, Jason, wellness, joy, prosperity. That is the bees, Jason. Thanks for joining us, man. But yeah, that's
All right, so let's. You want to hear about what's going on? Did you want to read any of these, Algeria or
you
anything
get
else?
you get the one. I'll get the next one. Will you just tell me whatever one it is?
All right, I'll leave you with the royal. So I'll do
Royal.
Algeria here,
Okay.
in the uh, region in North Africa, Maghreb, the largest country in Africa, the 10th largest in the world. The Sahara Desert makes up more than 4/5 of the country's area, and due to the country's size, the Algerian population is thinly spread. 91% of the population lives along the Mediterranean coast on just 12% of the country's total landmass, home to 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, the most famous of which is the Timgad. Hey, I like that. A Roman city dating back to 100 AD.
Wow.
Nice.
That is
Algeria.
nice. Look at that.
And of course, our little code down here, 0 royal queens and 1 princess queen. So this is the first we're seeing of Algeria, and we have more to come. So how about that?
First one, cool flag. I like
Very
it. Crescent,
nice.
star, green. That's nice.
I like it. I like it. What's up next? The other princess. Oh, this is Gary V's
Belarus.
hometown, Belarus in Eastern Europe, a landlocked country bordered by 5 nations: by Russia in the north and east, by Ukraine in the south. Oh, they're not in a good spot these days. By Poland in the west, Lithuania and Latvia in the northwest.
Yes.
It's Pripyatsky
That's it.
National Park is known as the lungs of Europe
Well, there
due to
you
the biodiversity emanating from the park's pristine marshes, swampland, and floodplains. The park also contains over 250 bird species, 800 types of plants, and around 50 mammal species, including approximately 100 European bison,
go. Huh.
Europe's heaviest wild animal and largest land mammal.
Hmm.
How about that? And yes, this is the first one from Belarus we're seeing. It's 1 princess, and there is no royal out yet. So this is it, the first time out of the box.
Wow.
We gotta start shoving these in front of Gary Vee and see if he pays attention.
That's cool. They got the bison. I remember we when I was in Fort Riley in Kansas, our the general and the post general,
Mm-hmm.
he had I think it was like 12 buffalo bison that would just be in his yard. Like they were there. They kept them. But it's crazy. Those are crazy beasts, man. They're
Yeah,
big. Ain't no joke.
absolutely.
To see them things like that. That's crazy.
So here
But
you go.
anyway,
You got Nicaragua. Have at it, Ray.
Nicaragua, Central America, has the highest number of forests in Central America. It has also declared 70 areas as protected regions of water and land in order to protect their endangered species, including various monkeys, sloths, and sea turtles. Its ruins of Leon Viejo is the oldest city in all of Central America. Founded by the early Spanish settlers, it is over 1,500 years old and is still occupied today. There are no street names in Nicaragua. Huh?
Hmm.
How do you get around, Tim?
What's your
So
Uber driver gonna do?
there's no street names in Nicaragua. The address of any place is given by whatever major landmark is nearby.
Hmm.
While the locals are used to the system, it is a new experience for tour. I would be right.
Yeah,
What do you say around here? I'm by the Shell, off on the corner.
yeah. I know like the Baskin Robbins. You can go
Yeah,
down to the ice cream store, and then you go another 3-4 blocks, and you hit the other ice cream store.
that's
Or
right.
actually, we use a lot of Starbucks as landmarks around here.
Oh,
So
Starbucks.
many of them. Yeah, past 3 Starbucks, it'll be on your right.
Well, I guess this is Georgia. This is the South. We use Bojangles. This is
There you go.
Bojangles. Chicken or Popeyes. Popeyes or Bojangles. There you go. Awesome. Well, there we go. I'll just go through the rest. Hello,
There you
hello.
go.
Donna, how you doing, Donna Night Owl? Floor, good evening, good evening. KP Queen, good evening. Thank you, thank you. And yes, hello, hello. There we go. Awesome. So,
All right.
what you got? You got news?
A couple of headlines that caught my eye.
Oh, I got that
Uh,
one.
you got this
No,
one?
but you good. Yeah, go for it.
Well, we can chime in then. CBDs could revolutionize global financial systems.
Yeah.
This is a revelation by the Bank of America. Um, so as you know, you probably read this, but this was a cool stat here. 114 central banks representing 58% of all countries, which
Mm,
generate 95% of global GDP, are
right.
now exploring central bank digital currencies, up from 35 in May of 2020. So these guys have changed gears pretty quickly here. And a team of cryptocurrency analysts from the Bank of America unabashedly bullish on the tech. And here it is: digital currencies appear to be inevitable.
Yes.
A research report from B of A concludes that we view distributed ledgers and digital currencies such as CBDCs, and stablecoins as a natural evolution of today's monetary and payment systems.
Mm,
Yada yada yada, all good, all good. And then down towards the bottom here, one of the great things they said: in reality, cross-border payments are routed through 2.6 different corresponding banks on average, increasing the time to settlement. However, 20% of the euro-dominated cross-border payments involve 5+
mm,
corresponding banks. So all that red tape just means trouble. And then, of course, they say they also predict that the adoption will positively impact the unbanked population, which is 1.4 billion people
yep.
worldwide, 6.5% of the U.S. population, according to 2021 figures in the U.S. Federal Reserve.
Yep.
So there's your good stats. If you want me to read one more, a CBDC that is accessible to those with bank accounts and smartphones. That's the one we love.
Yeah.
Would increase the bank population from 93.5% to 96.7 in the U.S. The report claims removing the need for a smartphone would increase the bank population to 98%.
Right.
Uh, I don't know. I think the easiest thing to do is have a smartphone, which a lot of people do, but a lot of people are unbanked because they can't get to a bank. There's no banks in the
Mhm.
neighborhood, or whatever it is. It's just easier for them to carry cash or just go to the check cashing store whenever
Right.
they got to do that. Um, and if you could do it on your smartphone, I think that's what's going to increase.
Well, I jumped
That
it. Where
stuff
you
more.
jump down, if you scroll back up, that's why I no. Where it was talking about the actually the unbanked right there. Unbanked
Hmm.
cannot access standard financials. That's what I jumped down to. That's what caught
Yeah,
my eye with any of this because
right.
we know the CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, right? That's all going to happen, right? But that's why you'll see this counter, right? That's why we love M2. it is also a central bank, right? But we always call it's a decentralized, centralized bank. It really is.
Hmm.
That's what's going to be so different when you start introducing. I mean, this is going to roll out, and the CBDCs is going to go out.
Right.
They're going to do their thing. But then when you introduce something else that's competing against it, it's it's also centralized, but it's decentralized as no person or entity has control of it.
No government.
The mechanics are already built in to M2, and
Hmm.
that's again when people again start reading and understanding what really is going on and what has been built. That's incredible because that is already out, and they are working on something again that governments are going to control, that banks are going to control,
Right.
and that's why they're going to go with those central bank DC, digital currencies. Well, we know of something, and we already are in possession of something that's is superior. I mean, it's when you can understand that it's all coding, and when it goes back to that contract, it burns, it does it self regulates itself, right?
Right.
When M2 is out in the wild, it's doing its thing, right? There is no
Hmm.
burning. There's no when it's on exchanges. There's no doing that. But when it comes back, when people aren't using it as much, then it burns and it knows it's to make it deflationary. It needs to make it more kind of not as many out there, right? And
Hmm.
it'll stabilize itself. So it's just crazy. That's what caught my eye because again, that is a competing version of what they're doing right there. And maybe our people should we should know that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I just love the stats that they're finally not lying to themselves and to everybody else that CBDCs are almost ready to roll out, and it's going to make a big difference in the world. And they've been guys like Jamie Dimon who still throws out crazy stuff, like we said the other day that who knows, 21 million is the max Bitcoin. Maybe they'll put out more. I
Yeah,
mean, come on. I mean, a guy like that should know that
he don't
you know,
know. He don't know
that's
what
that's
they call him Boomer. He's a boomer.
he's not a boomer. I
He's
mean, the
a
guy makes $50 million a year. Somebody's got to turn to him and go, "Hey,
come
there's
on,
only
man.
21 million of these people, 21 million of the
Yeah,
Bitcoin." But
right.
he's throwing this stuff to throw shade so that
Yeah,
he can buy some more or whatever. I mean, not that I know this stuff, but I mean, it's silly the way they talk or have been talking for the last few years. Oh, it's dangerous, it's criminals, it's whatever, all this kind of stuff. But then don't worry about that. Buy the central bank stuff. That's going to be good because
yeah,
we're going to
yeah.
control it.
Right.
As you can see, how much they've done well
Yeah.
with the fiat
No, that's good though.
control stuff. But
Yep.
that was a good story that caught my eye. Here's one that I found interesting. Did you read this one? Binance will delist NFTs with low trading volume.
Hmm.
So I picked this one because these NFTs, which when I did the judge and jury show, and there was 20 NFT projects coming out a day or more, and they've all dried up. A lot like Trump's NFTs are drying up. Not much trading going on back and forth with those. Binance is now going to delist the NFTs with low trading volume. So these projects and these creators are going to need a place to play, right? So I
Hmm.
think somebody should do something where you can revive these some of this art and some of these communities. They need a place to go
Yep.
so that we can bring them back to life.
Yeah.
But this is Binance will delist the NFTs. It's basically a pretty straightforward little story. But if your thing's not trading more than $1,000 a day in volume, they're going to just take it off the market. And then of course, when it's not there, you know what happens then. It's just
Right.
going to fall off.
Yep.
And of course, because everybody thinks that NFTs are just falling
Yep.
apart,
They're dead.
NFT sales hit 101 million in 2022.
Yep.
DAP Radar report. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's nobody's buying NFTs.
Mm-mm. It's
You can
all
see that
they're just JPEG.
101 million right there, and yeah, nobody wants them anymore.
It's
It's terrible.
it's all fake like crypto. I'm just adding to my crypto adventures. Did just kind of wrapping up with Nicaragua. It
Yeah.
was their full one, the one Royal Queen and three. So that one's locked, run out. Right, there is no more.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's I can flash that back up there. Hold on. There it
thank you,
is.
my crypto adventures. Yes,
So one
one royal,
royal and three princess queens. That's it.
all out.
Put it in the books for Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
All the collectors, they've got them out there now. You
Yep,
can only get it in the secondary market, right?
that's right. That's it.
That's
Even
big.
if anybody does list queens, you know,
Yeah.
who knows? Owner economy. I like it. That's right. That's what this is all about. But yeah, no, those are great because I had the Bank of American too. But I'll just jump into what I got. Is that the last
Yep,
one yet?
that's
Okay,
it.
cool, man. That's good. Let me see here. Entire screen. So you know, I like this. Oh, not that one. Like to start out with the memes, man. So
Yeah.
you know how everything's happening. You know, again, we don't watch charts. We don't do charting. You and I, we don't talk about that. You know, I don't know how to read. You know, really charts anyway. But it's just funny as all this is
I love
happening.
charts.
Yeah, I like looking at them. I'm
Yeah.
talking about, you know, reading them with the descending triangle and this, and it's forming a W and whatever. You know, all that's fun. But we don't do that. I mean, I don't stress every day trying to figure out
No, we're
when the
not
bottom.
analysts.
Yeah, we're not. That's right, analysts. There you go. But here's a nice meme, and enjoy. Oh,
It's violent, Ray.
I did because Neo. Come on, man.
Oh, I know. I watched it last 2 weeks ago.
I love the
Some of my
Matrix.
kids had never seen it.
Man. Get out of here.
Yeah.
The Matrix. That's a classic.
Yeah.
But all of it. It's the bull is gone. Call him Satoshi.
Mr.
Oh,
Anderson.
there it is. There's life though.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson.
Yep.
Look, it said your wife's boyfriend. Oh, there it all is.
There it is. That's it. Everybody trying to put holes in the.
Peter Schiff. Yo, media's losing control, man.
Yeah. The one-handed move. There it is.
Oh. So that's what I get. That guy Naive always has that good stuff, man. So just like I said, like the memes,
Yep.
it's funny. It's always cracking jokes on stuff, and it's just ridiculous. We got to have fun somehow, there, Tim.
Oh, Ray, wait a second, because you brought up that movie, and it's not exactly brand new. I'm gonna flash this one up for.
That's old school.
That's old school. There you go. It is. I'm surprised. You said your some of your kids never watched it. Wow.
Yeah, well, I can't watch them all with them, but
No, I hear you.
I can only watch National Treasure so many times. It's like, all right, we gotta see something else.
But the U.S. government, right, wants you to know it's cracking down on crypto there, Tim. And everybody's making memes already. This Bislato, right? Laugh if you want, but the U.S. government post FTX is eager to demonstrate it's tough on crypto, right? So here, this is like it's got another memes, right? It's DOJ, and here's the Bislato, and I'm going to show you a little bit about Bislato and the huge exchange it is, right? This is what they went after all of that ridiculousness with with FTX, and it makes no sense, man. So Bislata, whatever. What I've been writing about crypto since 2011. Never heard. Have you ever heard of Bislato?
No.
Right. It has like 1,400 followers, Tim, on Twitter. Right. Here we go. So
that would be on the judge and jury radar right there.
That would be
1,400 followers.
They're almost as big as one of those the ridiculous NFT projects.
You're going to get delisted just because of that.
Yeah. So this is what the SEC and this is what they're going to come down on. Bislato has 1,400 followers and hasn't tweeted in almost 1 year, Tim.
They must watch the judge and jury show on how to judge a project. That's what we taught right there.
That's what the SEC is looking at, right? So this is what they're doing. The DOJ said it's processed more than 700 million in illicit funds, including millions in proceeds from ransomware. So, okay, but as of January 18th, right, just a couple days ago, Bislato customer wallets had $11,000 in them, Tim. They're 11 grand in them. So, this is what this Attorney General, Lisa Monaco, is saying. She said Bislotto fueled a high-tech axis of crypto crime. So the crypto market quickly rebounded. And this is another little tweet that are mocking them. Here's the police force, and they have found the marijuana pipe there, Tim.
Right,
So
right.
they cracked the case. They're on it. We thank you, government, for watching over us and helping us with all this. Why don't you kind of like let us know with FTX and crack down on that? But that's what they're doing. I mean, this is their. It's a joke.
The axis of crypto crime. That was like the axis of evil. That whole thing that was going on. Oh,
I'm surprised we didn't shock and all. There was not shock and all.
Yeah, that article right there is shock and awe.
It was the shock and all. It's crazy, man. But that's that's the joke, man. I mean, if people aren't starting to be aware, like you just said with Jamie Dimon, all these, it's ridiculous. The media and what they scream and all their hollering, they are ridiculous people. They're not serious, and I don't, you don't pay attention to them. I don't. At least, like I said, it's good. Read, investigate, do your own research. That's what we always talk about.
Well,
Even
that's the and we've talked about this last week, was the Jim Cramer rule, right? I think I posted it and retweeted his tweet that he said it's not too late to get out of crypto. It's going down, and get out because it's only going lower.
right.
And there is actually people out there that have a Jim Cramer index, which does the exact opposite of whatever he says, because he's in the media, and whoever pays his bills is the one who he pumps and dumps and does whatever.
Yep.
So I mean, they just they control or put out whatever they need to.
Yeah.
It's not really based on the science or the data or the charts that we look at or we follow.
Yeah.
It's silly. It's silly. Go on.
No, it's like it is. The sky is falling type stuff, and that's what they do, so they can get better positions, and that's just how the world's been working, man. I mean, but again, people have at least hopefully are starting to recognize and see that. I mean, it is a lot of that. They use a lot of fear, ridiculous stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's starting. People are starting to kind of come out of that slumber, right? So it's not really effective anymore. I don't think. I don't know. I don't hang out with people that really are affected by that stuff. So it is what it is, I guess, right? But other good news, right? With Ethereum Shanghai mainnet shadow fork goes live, and that's today, man. So we've been telling you that this other upgrade that's coming, another fork in the Ethereum blockchain, they just started going live today, and it's forking, right? This is just test stuff that they do. Just like when they did the merge back then, they forked it and they were all testing and making sure everything was going to be, A-okay before they go and went that path. So that's what they're doing right now. So this is supposed to, and it remains on track for March delivery. That's only 2 months away now, man. So that's a big thing. And if you don't know what that is, that's what it's talking about is people being able to stake and unstake the ETH that has been, because again, it changed from proof of work to proof of stake. Well, people in stake don't really have the mechanism to unstake and do it all, but they're about to do that with this, right? So Ethereum is going to be one step closer of accessing 26 billion of ETH that is staked.
Right.
So that's a pretty big deal, right? And a lot of people are concerned and think that that's where people are going to be unstaking and just heading out the door. I don't really think that. A lot of people don't think that, Tim.
I don't think that, but I did read also, I don't know if it's in this article as well, but that they're burning ETH now. So by burning it, it's becoming deflationary. So they actually need these people to unstake and put it back into the market, because otherwise it would be all locked up, and then they'd just be burning down the other stuff, and it might go up too fast, or make it more than out of reach for a lot of people. But
right.
It needs to have that cycle, which we know all about in our quantum circular finance system.
Right. And circular quantum. But in general, right, that that I think it encourages now more people will feel comfortable doing it, right? Because that's what it's saying in return. Users haven't been able to accumulate the rewards and get it, right? That's been happening. It's staked, right? And it's doing its thing. They just haven't been able to claim it. right?
Right.
And that's the big key. So again, once that starts where I think that draws more people to come in, and why? If you're just holding ETH, why wouldn't you just stake it? Right? If it's just
Right.
sitting in your wallet, why wouldn't you do that? So just interesting. There's who knows what's going to happen, but that's what I believe, and that's something to look forward to. Again, Ethereum is upgrading, and just that merge that happened way back in the fall. Incredible what that did, especially for the energy savings, right? That it was talking about
Yeah.
99.99% more energy efficient now. That's a huge win, right? So that's a talking point that people can't any longer use with Ethereum compared to Bitcoin. So yeah, that's a cool thing to kind of keep an eye on and look forward to. And another thing that I'm looking at is this: 69% users bet that the metaverse entertainment will reshape social lifestyle. Well, that's a probably a pretty good bet, right? So you're looking at this thing, and I got this chart up here. I know you like charts, but survey conducted December 15th to 15th to the 26th in 2022 among a representative sample of 7,126 crypto investors worldwide, with an unweighted margin, whatever. This is the
Yeah.
actual survey, and they think with 68% that entertainment will kind of lead the way with the metaverse,
Hmm.
and then obviously social, finance, business, and education. But total sales, if you kind of look in this space, other side, total value of land sales, that's a big number, man, almost a billion.
Yeah.
So 939 million, right? So that's the other side, and that's what you hear from the apes, and that what they're
Yeah.
kind of
That's the
yeah,
apes.
right? Sandbox, we heard of that, right? 206 million. Decentraland, 142 million, and NFT Worlds. They haven't really heard of that one, but 62 million.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Microsoft investing heavily in this, right? You got Samsung Electronics. I'm sure that's more the devices and the headsets and things like that. Magic Leap, IBM, and Disney is starting to come in here. And there you go. There you see, all the different companies from Meta, Snapchat, Roblox, all these different things like this, and NVIDIA, right? I mean, that's on my laptop, so I use NVIDIA all the time, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, another thing too is metaverse adoption. China is and who would have thunk it, right? China is the highest user and with positive feelings towards the metaverse. And again, I think that's because more what are they doing, that social credit stuff where that's how they're going to use a little bit of it with the metaverse and the cryptocurrencies. They're definitely going to have central banking digital currencies,
Yes, they
but
are.
they are leading the way. But over here, it's saying by far, well, not by far, but the biggest is the Americas, and it's not including U.S. or
Right.
Canada. It's Mexico. You got down here Colombia, Peru, and Brazil. They're big stake, or at least believers in this metaverse adoption. So it really is it's happening, man. And then you see it all over the countries. But it is funny though, like Europe, US, really not kind of dialed in on it. Look at
Yeah.
Australia. It's a lot of Asia and then Central America, man. You know, interesting
That's
stuff.
cool. Cool chart, but yeah, that's real early on the adoption phase. So,
It
but
is.
it'll get there.
Yep, but that's kind of really it. I got this with the Coinbase, but that's again, it's just talking about adoption, right?
Hmm.
Legal tender, Brazil, Argentina. It's really coming along. Coinbase is urging it, right, with Bitcoin legal tender. So just a lot of stuff, a lot of news, a lot of good things to talk about. A lot of good things if you're building over here, and it's a great space to be in, Tim.
Yeah, I think that as these banks it's just popped into my head this weekend, and now that we're talking about it again live, but the recession, which is on the way for the world and/or the U.S. and all this kind of stuff, I think it's going to be a tricky one to call because I think that this crypto verse is going to have an effect on people's feelings. Like, it's depressing when you see in the news, oh, the recession's coming. Oh, all these major Google's laying off 12,000 people, Amazon's laying off people, all this kind of stuff. But then you look at all this money that's going into crypto and all the NFT projects, which are, some of them extremely successful.
Yeah.
I think that's going to change people's attitudes as to the shift of where it should go, because if we're in a recession because of, supply chains and money supply and all this kind of stuff, things have to change. People are going to want to see that happen, and they're going to see it happen in the, even if it's CBDCs that say, oh, this is the answer, they're one step away from that is M2 and everything else that we've been talking about. So I think it's going to change how this recession really works. And it could not, could end up being not as bad as people, keep screaming that it's going to be.
Right.
So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I took finance in college, but I'm not paid the big bucks for my opinion.
Yeah. Well, they get rid of people because they're using AI, Tim. There's all they get because I was just reading today, and that this has really. I mean, well, I guess it is to do with crypto because there's tokens that are AI based, right? But the AI took the bar and passed, and it also took the medical exam and passed, right? So, yeah, pretty smart, especially when it didn't study, Tim.
Well, it studied. It has it all at its fingertips. It's right there.
It's already there. But it was funny to read that again. Things are going to happen pretty quickly, I believe. AI is something. I mean, obviously, it might probably turn into, Skynet. Who knows? And then lock it up, Will. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, Will. That's right. Yeah, and then the government does insider trading by using fear. Yes, they do. D-Ray. Absolutely. That's their favorite. That's their favorite tool in the toolbox, right?
Yeah.
It's what they do. Problem, reaction, solution. That is their MO.
and that's more old school. Here, play this one.
That's old school.
Yeah. No school like the old school.
Yep, right on. But
a lot of old school going on.
A lot of old school.
All right. Tomorrow night we playing poker, Ray?
Yeah, man. Poker.
Try and last longer than last place.
We're getting there, man. We're getting there. Yep. No, look.
It was good.
Cheesehead Will. I passed the bar because I was late for dinner.
Yeah.
That's it. That's awesome. That's funny. Yep. Well, you just got to ask Chat GPT. I know they got higher ends, but yeah, he'll answer all your questions.
Absolutely. All right, bud. Well, that's all we got for tonight. And please like, share, and subscribe. As always, pass this on to a friend. And if you want to have some fun, join us tomorrow night, and we'll talk about some poker after the show, after the auction. And it'll be all good, right, Ray?
Yeah, that's right, man.
Good all right.
Deal. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you, Tim.
See you there, everybody.
All right.